I'm Pastor Kanu. I'm resident in Bo, actually born in Bo, the center of Sierra Leone. They refer to Bo as the heart of the nation. And there I have been pastoring all these years for about 20 or more years now. And I do pastor a church called Zion Assembly. And during the war, the Lord led me to a more form of holistic ministry when we saw people flooding into our cities, displaced by the war, many without even parents or guardians. They came and took refuge, some in the church and some with my church members and even with myself. There the Lord drew us into a form of restoration ministry whereby we started ministering more to the emotional needs of people, care for their material needs, as we did present the gospel to them. But as you know, our resources has always been very, very limited. We tried with the little we could, but some of the programs we started even closed because we didn't have the funding until a couple of years ago when we came in touch with Fresh Hope Ministries, with the directors, Barbara and David, and the trustees. They came in and saw that we are having the same vision, and we are so pleased to have them work with us to fulfill that common vision in reaching the masses, not only with the gospel, but with those social amenities that will make us present a holistic form of gospel. And since then, we've seen a tremendous help and input, which is helping the work expand and getting people saved, and many coming. Those originally who sometimes look at Christianity as another religion or have been biased, now most of their biases are being removed, because as they see we do care for their needs, their real needs are being met by the ministry. We are getting inroads to those difficult places which otherwise we wouldn't have got. So we want to really thank God for what Fresh Hope is doing in reaching this part of the country, because we believe in, as it continues, it will not be long. We will touch every part of this country with the impact of this ministry. Well, presently the impact of Fresh Hope Ministries is really felt in the area. Had it been for Fresh Hope, most of the lives presently that are existing would have found it very difficult to live, if not impossible. Of course, look at the babies at the Fresh Hope Center whose parents have died with no one to care for these young lives. Most, of course, were rated as being among the highest infant mortality rate in the world. And this is such an alarming thing. And we thank God for the coming of Fresh Hope Ministries. Babies are being rescued. Presently, we have about 14 babies that are coming up healthily and soundly in the Baby Rescue Center. If it had not been for the intervention of Fresh Hope Ministries, of course, definitely the fate of these babies could have been jeopardized. So we've so much. It's a matter of saving lives, really, rescuing lives. And you look at the House of Hope, where the orphans are being cared for as well. There also we have orphans that are being cared for, 15 of them, without fathers, without mothers, that have been just picked up, giving them hope and meaning in life. They are being cared for by Fresh Hope, schooled by Fresh Hope, given their daily living. This is tremendous. It is really God's intervention in these lives, in preserving their lives. We're so appreciative of the intervention of Fresh Hope. Of course, we look at the Fresh Hope primary and nursery school that has been opened in a place where you have more than half of the kids unschooled. Nobody cares. But with the opening of Fresh Hope primary and nursery school, this has given opportunities to these destitute children, these orphans, to have access to school wherein they could be able to study and at least have a future in life. So this is done by Fresh Hope. Of course, presently, like we have about 82 registered in the school without their 100% tuition free. They come, Fresh Hope pays all their school expenses. This is tremendous on the part of the Fresh Hope Ministries. We are so appreciative. And more rooms. Of course, what about Bandawai, another village where Fresh Hope has extended? The entire school is free of charge. And these villagers, of course, they cannot afford to walk miles to come into the city to school. In fact, there is no school in their reach. But Fresh Hope have gone to that village and opened a school, erected, sponsored them. They've got a building. They are sponsoring teachers there. And the number of students are growing. Presently, they have 65 in number. Without Fresh Hope, no sign of school would have been there. So we are very appreciative of this. And as well, we also thank you, the supporters, the finances you give to help pay the teachers, to help care for these children. Had it not been for your support, such wouldn't have been possible, actually. So we are so much grateful. And of course, with the frequent visit of our international partners, the directors, the trustees, and those who team up with the Fresh Hope to come in once in a while, they've made a tremendous impact also, because they come in not just to come and see what is going on, but they've always been part of the ministry on the ground. We move from one village to the other, reach out to homes of these destitutes, of these needy people, and always willing to present a message of hope and comfort to these people. It has been very much wonderful. Lives have been literally been blessed, been touched by the visit of these people. We so appreciate it. It's not really a waste of money to pay to visit and touch these lives. We appreciate you coming and identify yourself with the needs and these harsh realities on the ground. We thank you for such visits. Yes, we know it's not easy, like under a hot, burning weather as it is presently, but it's all part of the cost we pay because of what our Lord Jesus did for us. And we see you as walking in his footsteps in fulfilling what he has left at our charge. Thank you so much. Yes.